The weaving overarching pill was a prominent celestial pill used by overarching heavenly supreme celestials to aid their cultivation. The effects were similar to heavenly celestials and peak golden celestials using primitive celestial pills like the spirit nourishing pill and the hidden spirit pill. However, since Duan Ling Tian was a great overarching golden celestial, he needed mediocre celestial pills since primitive celestial pills would not have any effect on him. On the other hand, the medicinal efficacy of prominent celestial pills was slightly too strong for him to handle. A good example of this was the weaving overarching pill. Duan Ling Tian only decided to buy the medicinal ingredients needed to refine the weaving overarching pills because he wanted to try and see if he could refine a prominent celestial pill. This was so he could confirm the chaos divine flame in his body that had entered the third stage was comparable to a prominent celestial fire. The formula for the weaving overarching pill is quite common, right? Your shop doesn't even carry it. Duan Ling Tian frowned slightly when he discovered the shop did not sell the pill formula. If he did not have the formula, how was he going to refine the pill? At this point, Ling spoke up, "Young Master Duan, if you want the weaving overarching pill's formula, the 13th prince can give it to you." Although the imperial family's medicine storage doesn't have many prominent celestial pills formulas, they do have the formula for the weaving overarching pill. Inwardly, he was confused. Was Duan Ling Tian really a prominent celestial alchemist? How could he not know how to refine the most common prominent celestial pill, the weaving overarching pill, if he was truly a prominent celestial alchemist? Upon hearing Ling's words, Duan Ling Tian said to the employee of the shop, "All right. Since you don't have the formula, please prepare the ingredients needed for me." "Yes, sir." Although the employee did not know Duan Ling Tian's identity, when they heard Ling mentioning the 13th prince, they knew Duan Ling Tian must have a good relationship with the 13th prince. For this reason, they did not dare to be disrespectful at all. Although the 13th prince had almost no chance of becoming the next emperor of the Soaring Dragon Celestial Kingdom, he was still a prince. Moreover, the 13th prince was as famous as the 4th and 7th prince. This was enough to garner the respect and fear of most people. Therefore, the employee of the shop did not dare to be disrespectful. After obtaining the ingredients, Duan Ling Tian returned to the imperial palace with Juana. During their journey back, Duan Ling Tian asked, "Juana, I heard from the 13th prince that the medicinal efficacy of the weaving overarching pill isn't helpful to you because of the pill your mom had given you before. Is that right?" Initially, Duan Ling Tian did not pay this matter any attention. However, now that he suspected he had become a prominent celestial alchemist, this matter piqued his interest. After all, if he was truly a prominent celestial alchemist, he would be able to refine pills that would benefit Juana. "Yes." Juana nodded slightly. "Although the weaving overarching pill is quite good, it's far inferior to the pill my mother gave me. The 13th prince has said that he would look for the overarching heavenly pill for me." With her cultivation base, the weaving overarching pill was useless to her. Overarching heavenly pills, on the other hand, would have an effect since it was used by overarching heavenly supreme celestials. However, just like how heaven-rank great overarching golden celestials had no use for great overarching pills, heaven-rank overarching heavenly supreme celestials had no use for overarching heaven pills. Only overarching heavenly supreme celestials below the heaven rank would benefit from the pill. For this reason, the 13th prince had said he would look for an overarching heavenly pill for Juana after he discovered the weaving overarching pill had no effect on her. Overarching heavenly pill. Duan Ling Tian's eyebrows rose when he heard this. He thought to himself, "I've already obtained the formula for the overarching heavenly pill. Once I confirm the chaos divine flame inside my body that has entered the third stage is comparable to a prominent celestial fire, I can try to refine the overarching heavenly pills." With the 13th prince's ability, he should be able to find some of the ingredients for the overarching heavenly pill even if he can't find all of them. Duan Ling Tian's eyes shone as bright as the stars in the sky as he continued thinking to himself, "Based on my knowledge, there are no prominent celestial alchemists in the wasteland who are able to refine the overarching heavenly pill. If I'm successful, the three major celestial sects would have to treat me respectfully. I wouldn't have to solely rely on improving my cultivation base. At that time, if I requested of them, it's possible that the martial dragon celestial sect would help the 13th prince ascend the throne of the soaring dragon celestial kingdom. Duan Ling became more excited as he thought about this. However, he deflated soon after, as though a bucket of cold water had been splashed on him. I'm getting ahead of myself. After all, it's extremely difficult for a prominent celestial alchemist to refine overarching heavenly pills. In the end, he shook his head. There's no point dwelling on this. At present, I haven't even confirmed that the chaos divine flame in my body that has entered the third stage is comparable to a prominent celestial fire. It's useless to think about refining the overarching heavenly pills now. After Duan Ling returned to the 13th prince's residence in the imperial palace, Long Fian found out that Duan Ling was looking for the formula of the weaving overarching pill. He was shocked. Brother Duan, you're looking for the weaving overarching pill's formula? Yes. Duan Ling nodded faintly. Long Fian continued to ask, Are you looking for it for your own use, or are you looking for it on behalf of another prominent celestial alchemist? I want it for my own use. I want to see if I'm able to refine it. Duan Ling replied honestly. However, if you don't have the formula for the weaving overarching pill, I'm afraid I have no other way of confirming it. Long Fian smiled bitterly before he asked, I remember you saying you're not a prominent celestial alchemist before. Duan Ling had already come up with an excuse. I'm still not sure if I'm a prominent celestial alchemist. I suspect my celestial fire is a prominent celestial fire. However, I wasn't very skilled before this, so I didn't try to refine prominent celestial pills. Recently, I gained some insight about pill refining, so I want to try refining prominent celestial pills to confirm if my celestial fire is truly a prominent celestial fire. Is that so? Long Fian was surprised. He did not expect this. Soon after, his eyes brightened. If Duan Ling was truly a prominent celestial alchemist, Duan Ling would not even have to participate in the Wasteland Grand Competition to join the Martial Dragon Celestial Sect. The sect would welcome Duan Ling with open arms if Duan Ling was a prominent celestial alchemist. After all, the number of prominent celestial alchemists in the Martial Dragon Celestial Sect could be counted on one hand. If Brother Duan is a prominent celestial alchemist, I won't have to wait for him to get stronger. He would certainly gain the favor of the Martial Dragon Celestial Sect. It would be easy for him to help me ascend the throne. The high and mighty sect leader of their Martial Dragon Celestial Sect would only need to say the word to determine the next emperor of the Soaring Dragon Celestial Kingdom. With these thoughts in mind, Long Fian quickly left to fetch Duan Ling to pill formula. Duan Ling only waited for half an hour before Long Fian returned with a memory celestial talisman in hand. With a face filled with expectation, he handed it over to Duan Ling and said, Brother Duan, quickly determine if you possess a prominent celestial fire. He seemed to be in more of a hurry to find out if Duan Ling possessed a prominent celestial fire compared to Duan Ling himself. All right. Duan Ling did not waste any time after he used the memory celestial talisman. He quickly returned to the courtyard that he shared with Juana. Long Fian shamelessly followed along as well. Duan Ling did not object to it. He only asked Juana to cultivate in the deepest part of the courtyard to avoid the divine crystal from being discovered. After all, with Long Fian here, Ling was, naturally, here as well. He quickly entered his room. On the other hand, Long Fian, who was completely focused on Duan Ling at this moment, did not spare any thoughts on Juana at all. Similarly, Ling's attention was also focused on Duan Ling. He did not pay any attention to Juana at all. I hope the Chaos Divine Flame that has entered the third stage is comparable to a prominent celestial fire. At that time, not only would I become a prominent celestial alchemist, but I'd also be a prominent weapon craftsman. After all, the Divine Chaos Flame is neither unyielding nor too gentle. It's capable of refining pills and forging weapons. After closing the door, Duan Ling sat on the bed and took out a cauldron. After following the first few steps to refine pills, He prepared to heat the cauldron with his chaos divine flame. Bang! A thunderous noise rang in the air as soon as the grey flame in Duan Ling Tian's body met the cauldron. The cauldron had exploded, filling the room with ashes. Duan Ling Tian was speechless when he saw that the cauldron was destroyed. When he regained his senses, he smiled bitterly. I forgot that the cauldron used to refine primitive celestial pills can't refine celestial pills that are higher than the mediocre grade. Celestial pills that are higher than the mediocre grade.